I got cheated.
You need to figure that out, man.
I know I need to just get another one. I will. I'm gonna order another one. Hey, how y'all doing? We are live today.
We
Uh,
live, baby.
you're not confused. Yes, it is Friday, and you seeing my wonderful face, and you seeing the CEO. So it's not Saturday and it's not Wednesday. It is
We tripping them
Friday.
up today. We tripping them up
Yeah.
today.
Today is the season premiere of the Endgame Sports Podcast, brought to you by Family Tree Productions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is where you come for all your sporting news, even some tips on fantasy and some general just sports conversation. You know, normally I have my man, Mr. Unhinged, Jody Skywalker. I think he in the streets.
Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday, my boy. It's Friday night lights tonight, boy.
I know. So he Friday Night Lights Jody today, and then Chef Jimbo, I think he out in Vegas, and he's normally on boxing, but we got something for him. So we just gonna hop right in with today's NFL news, which this week has been full of, shall we say, surprising injuries.
But before we do that, everybody that joins the stream, please like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate all the love and support. Cuzzo, I see you already hit the
Yes.
comments. We appreciate you coming on. Remember, Family Tree Productions is on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, if y'all could just show us some love and become part of our family as we continue this movement. And also, before we start doing that, we're gonna hit this intro video for all our sports folks, man. So here we go. And then once we get back, we're gonna tap into some sports and some football. All right, let's get it.
Ultra made this beat.
We back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Endgame Podcast. We got Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, Uncle Pudge,
Yeah.
Dilly. You got your boy B, the CEO. Let's talk some football, man. What's going on? What's going on out there in the league today, man?
Woo! Well, as I said, this week been full of, man, Joe Burrow goes
Yes.
down in practice
Yeah.
with a strained calf, and now the word is he will miss several weeks dealing with that. And I'm hoping several weeks just mean the preseason for the Cincinnati Bengals, because I don't know who the backup is, and I don't know if they can do it without the man.
I don't know who the backup is, but everybody is at a gasp to see Joe Burrow go down, and the Cincinnati Bengals don't go nowhere without Cool Joe, Smoking Joe. So what's crazy about that, man, is when I saw because I saw the video. I hope everybody saw the video. I wish I had it to put it up. When he came down, and I was listening to another podcast earlier this morning. And it was like when he came down with a calf injury, you can get up and try and walk on it. The fact that he didn't get up and try and walk on it, and he was carted off the field. You know what I'm saying? That told me that we got an issue, Joe.
Yeah.
We got an issue. So I mean, I hope he get a speedy recovery. But yeah, the coach did come out and say that it's going to be several weeks. So hopefully it's just a preseason. I know. In our fantasy league, Nick got Joe Burrow. Now he's scrapping for a quarterback. So yeah, man. So if Joe Burrow don't get back before the regular season start, How you think it make out for the Bengals? We know who Cool Joe is, but how your personal opinion? How does it make out for the Bengals?
Oh man, see that's the thing. You got to think about past couple of years. Man, they've been right there.
Super Bowl, the conference
Super
championship,
Bowl, conference championships, and man, without Joe Burrow, not only without Joe Burrow, how does that affect Jamar Chase?
Oh
and
yeah,
who getting him the ball? You know,
oh yeah.
without Joe Burrow, they can load up the box and stop Joe Mixon. You know, so that man is like the key that he is the the wheel to make the machine go.
So I got Joe. As you know, I traded for Joe Mixon in our fantasy league.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing I thought. Like Joe Burrow ain't on my team, so I ain't care less. But that's the first thing I thought. Now you got to keep. Of course, he gonna get more touches, but when you load up that box, and you know there's no Joe Burrow at the quarterback spot, Joe Mixon is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough and hard for that boy to get loose this season. Man.
Yeah, because
it's gonna be tough and hard.
See, the thing is, Jamar Chase can get loose, but who's gonna get him the ball? So
yeah,
you're not really gonna fear Jamar Chase because of throwing the ball. Now, Joe Burrow going down. Like I said, I don't know who the backup quarterback. It could play out like in 1999? Or was it not? Yeah, it was like 99, 2000 when Drew Bledsoe went down. Here comes the Tom Brady.
The birth of the GOAT.
Yeah.
The birth of the GOAT.
Now I ain't saying
so his backup is Trevor Siemian.
Oh my God. We had him last year in Chicago. The season over for them. Oh no, not Trevor Siemian. That man still in the league.
Yeah, he's still. I just looked it up to make sure we found out who his backup is. So yeah, everybody knows it. With Joe Burrow going down, all you Cincinnati fans, I don't know too many Cincinnati fans, but I know y'all out there. Cool Joe's gonna be sitting for a minute, man. Cool Joe gonna be sitting.
Yes, he is. And but he wasn't the only injury. But then you got promising wide receiver of the New York Jets, Garrett Wilson. He goes down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my goodness, the boy had a year last year, and now he's on the shelf. I don't know, and they looking like it might be a little serious for him. And it's like, oh man, you got Aaron Rodgers over there, and he's going to be out without one of his young weapons. And so how is that going to help him in his transition, to the Jets? Which should be pretty smooth since Nathaniel Hackett, the offensive coordinator, who happens to be his former offensive coordinator with Green Bay Packers. The offense.
My bad, I hit that by accident, but you're a little bit choppy, Uncle Pudge. I can't hear you now. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, go back to where you was.
How about now? All right. Yeah, so with Aaron Rodgers having his former Green Bay Packers offensive coordinator, now the offensive coordinator with the Jets, his transition, he knows the playbook. So that should be fine for him, but it's bad for the young wide receivers that are still learning it, and for Wilson to miss some time because, of injury. That's going to be a rough offensive transition for them. And then you got to think about, also, they got Dalvin Cook in the building this week.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook is in New York, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So he will be discussing some things in New York.
Just read an article where he was talking how high he is on the Jets. So it looks like he's really excited about the Jets. So Sunday they're going to have him in for the physical as usual.
Yeah.
But then he may sign with the Jets because in an unprecedented move that I've never seen from Aaron Rodgers in his 17, 18 years,
he took a pay cut.
$35 million pay cut.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm
I saw
like,
that. When I saw that, I was like, okay, A-Rod at this point in his career, he just want to add some rings to his legacy. He already a Hall of Famer, first ballot. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go down as one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Right now, he's just trying to add to the legacy at this point.
man, I think that's a big screw you to Green Bay. Because the man did never take a pay cut with Green Bay. He squirrels every dime out of them. The man never showed up to OTAs at all, but now he in OTAs with the Jets. I think everything
But
he's doing.
that just tell you when you're unhappy. It's just like a relationship, man. When you're unhappy and you're trying to make it work, and you just don't do what you're supposed to do in a relationship as a woman or as a man. He did the same thing. They was in a relationship that ran its course. They drafted him. He came and backed up all-timer in Brett Favre. He took the keys of the franchise. He got him a Super Bowl. You can't ask for much more than that, Pudge. You can't ask for
But
much
I'm
more.
just saying, he pushed Brett Favre out the door. And he was
Yeah,
cool
I
with
feel
that.
like.
And he was cool with that. But he did not like it when they did it with Jordan Love. I'm like, wait a minute, that's how you got the job. So how you gonna be salty because it's being done to you? Like, dude,
And I
you
find
got
it funny.
the job. Like, come on, man.
I find it funny how he went to the Jets, the same team.
Hey, Brett Favre did. So,
I find that funny.
so I'm like, well, what, you gonna wind up in Minnesota? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he seemed like he's ready to try to throw another ring on the resume. I mean, at this point in his career, he can try to get one. I don't know about 2 because going to the AFC, man, they full of them young guns, man. It's like,
And that's another thing. With him going over to the AFC, the AFC is a powerhouse over there, boy. I mean, you got the Chiefs over there. You got the Bengals over there. I mean, just in his division, you got the Bills. You know what I mean? I can't hear you, Pudge.
you can't hear me now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh no, go back. I can't hear you now again. I don't know what you did.
How about
Right
this? Right there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Dolphins have made moves. When you get Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill on offense, that's a track team. And to get Jalen Ramsey on the defensive side, which he
just went down with an injury too.
Yes, he's also hurt, which is like, oh my God. I'm like, that's a big piece for them. But his don't seem too bad. I mean, he had ankle surgery in October. Here we are in July, so he may be ready by the end of preseason or beginning of the season. But then we still got the Patriots. You don't ever count out, Grandpa
Can't count out Dollar Bill.
Right.
Can't count out Dollar Bill now.
He actually have them playing still without Tom Brady. Mac Jones is progressing.
It's a big year. This is a big year for Matt Jones, though.
Yeah, what is this? Year 3 for him?
It's year 3. I think last year with him, his offensive coordinators that was put in front of him, they had a defensive guy playing, being an offensive coordinator.
I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that move.
You bring O'Brien back in. You know what I mean? Get a natural offensive scheme around Mac Jones. I think he's a promising young star that can be a young star. He ain't a star yet, but I think he's very promising, very solid. We all know the Patriots defense is gonna be there. The Patriots defense is gonna be there. I give them at least top 5, top 6, 7 in the league. Yeah. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be there to help Mac Jones out. He's just gonna have to. Like I said, he's gonna have to calm himself down. I saw he was a little bit rushed last year, very rushed last year, not knowing what's going on. I can attest to the play calling was absolutely horrible. I feel bad that we could not land D-Hop. I thought bringing in D-Hop, bringing him a solid one would have helped Mac Jones along the way as well.
Always. That helps any quarterback.
Yeah, that helped any quarterback. So it was kind of tough not seeing D-Hop sign with us, but
But
Bill gonna figure it out. Bill
will. He always does. But y'all also in the running for Dalvin Cook. because Dalvin Cook said the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Patriots. Now he visited the Jets. He don't have any set up for the Patriots or the Dolphins. So, and you know, Dollar Bill, he might come in at the last minute and backdoor sneak him from the Jets.
We've seen him do it before.
Yeah.
We've seen him do
So
it before.
with the Dalvin Cook situation, that's going to be interesting. The situation I want to keep an eye on is the Raiders. I want to keep an eye on to see how Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garoppolo take the Raiders.
It's a reunion out there.
Right. I mean, you got Jimmy G, you got Josh. I mean, is it going to look like the Patriots or is it going to look like what they needed to look like? I mean, you come into a situation where you got Devontae Adams, which is arguably the best wide receiver in the league.
Absolutely.
You got Jimmy G, who is not a bad quarterback at all. He just can't stay healthy. That's his problem.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got Josh Jacob, which on his front, he's not showing up to camp.
Yeah, he wants his money.
It seems like a lot of running backs want their money. And we're going to touch on that because they had a summit. They had an actual meeting between top running backs. They called a meeting for themselves and discussed the pay scale for running backs. And it's like, yeah, because I'm looking like back when in the 90s, it was all about the running backs. You know, you was a run happy, you know, you paid the running back because your offense was, you know, running backs. And now, the way it is with all the pass happiness and, you know, it's more or less wide receivers, quarterbacks, even tight ends, you know, getting paid. There's this extended Cole Kmet, gave him $50 million over 4 years. It's like, but the running back is lost. And the crazy thing about it is, if you got a dope run game, that helps your passing game. Like, you keep the defense unbalanced. Like, what do we do? If we put 8 in the box, they're going to torch us with the pass. If we put 5, 6 in the secondary, they're going to bless us with the run. So it's like, why aren't these running backs getting paid or being recognized, you know, like they should be? And the simple answer is, man, you can get a running back anywhere in the draft that's can be a 1,200-yard rusher because it's no longer the days where the running back's going in the first round. Now you're getting backs in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds, and they hitting 1,300 yards, and they just crashing. So
I mean, look at somebody like Derrick Henry who go out there and get you 2,000. You know what I'm saying? Look at Derrick Henry and look at now. I saw something a couple of days ago where Derrick Henry is throughout his whole career has made only like $46 million or something like that versus somebody like a Pat Mahomes who got like a $460-something million contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you compare something like that, and you're right, you know, the league is going to a pass-happy league. Of course, the quarterbacks are the center of all attention. And who they throwing to? Wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Wide receivers who out here giving up one-handed grabs. You know what I mean? Showing the speed. And you know what I mean? So of course that's what us as fans we love to see. Us as fans we like to see that. But let's not get it twisted. We like watching running backs too. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get these running backs paid.
It's exciting when you see a running back take a hand off and bust a 70-yard run. You're like, man, he hit that home. He gone.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's exciting too. It's almost like kick returns and punt returns. That's exciting. Right. You know, yes, we like to see a 50, 60-yard bomb to a wide receiver and he jump over somebody and touchdown. Yeah, that's exciting, but running backs are a big part of football. And I challenge anybody to show me any Super Bowl champion that didn't have a top-flight running back. Because you're not making the Super Bowl in the playoffs if you can't run the ball. I mean, trust me, if you can't run that rock, it's going to be a long day for your QB because with the rise of QBs getting paid, you go to the other side. They paying defensive ends, linebackers, defensive tackles, people to get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, quarterbacks and safeties who take the ball away from the offense. So defense is also a premium now since it's, you know, a pass-happy league.
Oh, yeah.
Especially edge rushers. You can get you a solid edge rusher, a dude that can present, man, post you 10 to 20 sacks a year, and you made. A Miles Garrett is a freak of nature. You know, like, man, you see that cat, like, was you birthed or was you put together in a lab or something? Because that dude is perfection. Like, damn, you look at him like, that dude can't be human.
Right.
You know, so you gotta, man, if you don't have a running back, your quarterback gonna be in for some long days and weeks. And
so prediction on this, you know what I'm saying? So we seeing how the running backs getting treated with the pay in the offseason like that. Honestly, I think running backs going to show out this year. I really think running backs going to show out and be a huge part of offenses this year. What you think?
I think they are too. If they sitting up here, like say Saquon Barkley, he took a 1-year deal. He said, you know what? I thought about it. I'm gonna just take this 1-year deal, and then I'm gonna be back in free agent. I'm gonna show y'all that you need me. You know, and I applaud him for that. 1 year, 11 years.
Oh yeah, I salute him.
You know, he's taking a really big chance. Because if you get hurt, you know how they treat mugs. When they get hurt, you know, no matter what you do for them or what you've done for them in that franchise, soon as you get hurt, they treat you like a redheaded stepchild. Like, man.
Oh yeah. And honestly, I hope Saquon do ball because that shows a lot about Saquon. He basically said, okay, I still want to play the game I love. I want to show that I'm a leader of this team. You know what I'm saying? It's my face. When you think of New York Giants, it's my face that pops up in people's head. So he showed that he was a teammate. He came back, and I really do hope he show out because he ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing but show out. And in the offseason, somebody gonna give me some money.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I gave y'all the 1-year deal. Somebody finna give me some money.
Oh, they're gonna give him the money because if they let him walk out that door without anything, man. It's going. Yeah, New York is brutal. So I don't want to be the GM or coach over there. You know, if they let him walk, because not only him, Jonathan Taylor, he's going through the same thing, and he on my fantasy, and I'm looking like, you know, he want to get paid. His owner put his foot in his mouth, talking about running backs like y'all gotta be crazy, but then he backtracked like, I don't mean Jonathan Taylor. I'm like, how don't you? You said running backs. That's a running back. So he's special. Whatever. You just don't want to piss the man off. Too late. His agent already said he pissed off. So it's going to take some time to move that fence, you know, between the team and him. You know, like I said, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris of the Steelers. He talking. We talking about some hitters here, some people who have produced. You know, it's like, man, what more can you? I mean, Derrick Henry, like you said, Derrick Henry made $46 million over his career, which, hey, to me, that ain't shit to sneeze at. So you can get. I'm just saying for him though, and what he does in his profession, that's a low ball type deal for him because it's like this is Derrick Henry. You know, you see that. He got hurt the Titans offense with, you know.
Last year when Derek got sidelined, it wasn't no Titans. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta respect these running backs, man. We
got to, man. But since they don't, only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. And up on that, now let's talk a little fantasy. Right now, a lot of people scrambling.
Hey, listen, man. The biggest one for me is Joe Burrow. Of course, for me, it's Joe Burrow. And I don't know if Nick, if you happen to be watching or you hear this at some point on Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. Actually, we on Twitter also. So Twitter. I feel bad for you, my boy, but you know it's some decent quarterbacks out there in the free agency pool. I heard Jordan Love's name get pulled up a little bit, and don't sleep on Jordan Love, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not sleep. I think Jordan gonna have a solid
I think
season.
he's gonna be adequate. See, that's the thing. Are they gonna be lucky enough to get 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a row? Hell no. That would blow my mind if Jordan Love just plays like that, like that. Like, really?
I don't think he make a splash like Aaron did. I really don't think he makes a splash, but I think he'll be solid.
That's what I'm saying. I think he'll be battling for the division in upcoming years. He'll be right there. You know, he won't be as dominant as Aaron was in the division, but it'll be back and forth, you know, between him, the Bears, because Justin Fields is about to take an incredible leap. So
I think he the Jalen Hurts. He the Jalen Hurts like Jalen Hurts was last year. He's Jalen Hurts this season.
So if he got, which my nephew has him in fantasy, he about to produce a ton of points for that boy. Hey Nick, hey Matthew Stafford looking real good on my Bears. You said no last time. You looking good. No. But that's another one. I think Matthew Stafford has a bounce back year. I think he has a bounce back year for the fantasy owners. Y'all look at the Rams. Sean McVay, I think he's going to have him back too. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Cooper Kupp get hurt last year?
Cooper Kupp tore an ACL last year.
Yeah, see, and that threw their offense off. Because without Cooper in there, it threw everything off. It was like, that's thrown off because, well, again, he's a part that makes that engine go. So, Stafford, his security blanket, and Kupp, his fantasy points was like, you know, there's a lot of guys last year that was like, you couldn't believe Aaron Rodgers was one, and he was like, oh my God, I should know I had him. I'm like, what in the world happened here? You know, there's a lot of bounce back for fantasy. So, I don't know about rookies. I think Anthony Richardson of Indianapolis.
Go Gators.
You know, he's a Gator. If they can get everything mended with Jonathan Taylor, that will help that rookie out tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
And the man got some wheels, so that will help out in the run game as well. Because if you got a dual threat quarterback, your whole game plan is like, how do we contain him?
Let me tell y'all about Anthony Richardson, and I don't know who has Anthony in our fantasy league.
That would be Benji. Benji has him as his starting quarterback.
Okay, Benji boy, my boy. But Anthony Richardson is a jewel. The only thing I ask the coach to do is be patient with this young man. I ask the coach to help this young man improve because this young man is amazing. He is amazing. I hate the fact that he was at Florida full time for 1 year. That he got a cannon for an arm and can run a 4.3. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying?
That means
he got a cannon for an arm.
He hit that scene, gone.
Ain't nobody catching him. Ain't nobody catching him. So please, Indianapolis, develop this quarterback. If you're looking for a next franchise quarterback, do not waste this man's career. Develop this man. Jimbo, holla to my boy Jim Bozy.
I'm saying the same thing for the Indianapolis Colts. Are they going to be lucky enough to have a third straight Hall of Fame type quarterback at the end? You had Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and Anthony Richardson. Can they be that fortunate? Man, only time.
So Jimbo just said Carolina quarterback Bryce Young. So tell me, and I don't know who got Bryce Young in our fantasy league. Somebody got Bryce Young.
Jimbo did.
Oh, Jimbo got Bryce Young?
Yeah.
Listen, the only thing I feel, I love Bryce Young. I can't stand Alabama, but the dude was just phenomenal at Alabama for the past 2 years. Heisman Award trophy winner. He's amazing. The only thing I feel about Bryce Young is he is so small.
Yes, that's it.
He
is, and his body weight.
Yes, he is so small. I think later on in his career he'll be a top 5 quarterback, as long as he's being developed right in the right situation. But Jimbo said top top 5 O-line. Do Carolina got a top 5 O-line? I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah.
I think they do. I mean,
long as they can protect him and save his body from getting hit all the time, Bryce Young, the truth.
solid run
Bryce
game.
Young, solid run game. You got
But they
somebody that
lost
can
a
run a
weapon,
4.5 himself.
Hey, they lost DJ Moore. They traded him to the Bears. So
Yeah, they lost DJ Moore.
Yeah, so that's a weapon. A quarterback need, but they got others. So
Yeah, they got others out there.
But
So
not DJ Moore, but hey.
Exactly. So that's the tipping on the fantasy, man. We got Jimbo in the house. We really love to have Jimbo on live. But Jimbo didn't disappoint because Jimbo gonna be here whether Jimbo here physically or mentally. My dog finna be here. So we got a little something. He's here spiritually. That's right. My dog sent us a little something. So we're gonna get popping on that here real quick. So let me get this pulled up.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, listen, welcome to our first segment of the Boxing Social with your very own Chef Jimbo. I'm excited, I am pleased, I'm privileged to be here to talk about boxing. I'm not a boxer yet. I am doing and have done boxing training. I'm a pup in the game, so I'm still learning. Well, listen, let's just hop into it. What a year it has been for boxing, and what a year has been for boxing. And Tuesday, there was an amazing fight between Fulton and Inoue. I went into it rooting for Fulton. That was my guy. I love Fulton. I love watching him. He's a true boxing master. Between his footwork, his body movement, his head movement, whatever you want to call it. But he fell short. He got knocked out in the 8th round by Inoue. And Inoue is now he's the new champion at I believe it was 122 pounds. Bantamweight, I believe. Congrats to him. But let's focus on Fulton first. Fulton didn't look like Fulton. I saw an interview from Fulton saying that this fight, he lost because of him. He didn't take away anything from Inoue. He said Inoue is a great fighter. But he said this loss he puts on his head. But Fulton didn't look like Fulton. He didn't look like the Fulton that I normally watch. And if you watched him before, you would say the same. Whether you want to test it to Fulton getting in his own head or being in an uncomfortable situation in Japan, he didn't look like Fulton. But he lost. But that doesn't take away anything from Fulton. He's still a great fighter. I still can't wait to see him in the future, to see who he's going to fight in the future. And shoot, he's still an amazing fighter. I'm still riding with him till the wheels fall off, man. He just lost. Inoue was the better man, whether you want to say it was that night or period. Now moving on to Inoue. Inoue, the keys to, a lot of people are going to say his footwork and his speed and other things like that. Yeah. I'm going to keep it on the fundamental side. It was those things, but the thing that stuck out to me the most was what a lot of people in boxing don't really focus on anymore was Inoue's jab. His jab was amazing. It was great. It was powerful. A lot of people jab just to touch you, to get distance, to fill you out. But Inoue did it to hurt Fulton. He did it his jabs were going through Fulton, making Fulton bounce back. And I loved it. I loved it. It was great. Congrats to Inoue. Great jab, great body shots. Another key I want to display on before we move forward is Inoue was flat-footed this fight. This is my first fight watching him. He was very flat-footed. But I will say this, the flat-footedness worked for him. Different things work for different fighters. Because Inoue didn't waste any energy in that ring. By bouncing around, moving around, Inoue didn't waste any energy. And it was awesome. It was awesome to see that. It was very different for me. But yeah, he was flat-footed. He didn't waste any energy by bouncing around or doing anything like that. And by him being flat-footed, it helped him to continue to be in place to generate power for his punches. That's a lot of things that you got to look at as well. Listen, it was a great fight. Congratulations to Anua, the new champion bantamweight. I believe it is 122. Great fight, man. What's up next for Fulton and Anua? I don't know. I would love to see Anua fight Tank Davis next. I know they're like 3 or 4 weight classes difference, but you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen. I don't know if Anua could fit. I don't know if he can weigh that much at 135. I don't know if he can make that weight. I don't know. Either Tank or Teofimo Lopez, but Lopez is at 140. So, hey, it is what it is. We'll wait to see what the future holds. Now, moving on to further news, boxing news. Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz, they were in negotiations with each other about a bout. And the winner is supposedly supposed to get Anthony Joshua. The winner of Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder was supposed to get Anthony Joshua versus Dillian White. But those contract negotiations came to an end. So I don't know what's going to happen with that whole situation. What's next for Deontay Wilder? What's next for Andy Ruiz? Deontay Wilder sent the contract over to Andy Ruiz. He offered him a 70-30 split. The 70 split goes to Deontay Wilder. Andy wanted a 50-50 and a rematch clause. And a rematch clause, I don't understand. Number one, in my view, Andy Ruiz doesn't deserve a 50-50 split. He doesn't deserve a rematch clause. Number one, it's not a title fight. So why do you want a rematch clause? But it is what it is. Contract talks are stalled. So we're going to wait to see what's next for Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz. And like I said, Dillian White and Anthony Joshua, they'll be coming up in August. September, it'll be Charlo Canelo. And we have a lot of fights in between that. Nico Wash Ali, he will be fighting, I want to say, on the 22nd, 26th. I believe it's this Friday on ESPN Top Rank. So I can't wait to see that. Spence versus Crawford is this Saturday, the 29th, July the 29th. I can't wait. I'm going for Spence all day. Spence is my favorite fighter. One of my favorite fighters, along with Floyd and Andre Ward and Lennox Lewis and, a plethora of other guys. But listen, man, this is going to be a great fight. I can't wait for Saturday. If you love boxing, you can't wait for Saturday either, Spence versus Crawford. We'll do another boxing social on that fight after it takes place. But make sure y'all tune in. Spence versus Crawford. Support, so that we can continue to get great fights where the best fight the best in boxing. Thank y'all for joining me. Please comment. Tell me what you think about what you thought about the Anua versus Fulton fight. Tell me if you disagree with me. Tell me if you agree with me. Tell me if you agree with me. Be like, but I want to throw this one point out there, Jimbo. This is another thing that you need to look at for the fight too. You missed this point, you missed that point. Let me know. Thank y'all for joining me on the Boxing Social Endgame Family Talk, baby. Let's go. Until next time, family. All right.
All right. That is our very own Chef Jimbo with the Boxing Social. So before we move on, Telly, I know I saw you shaking your head a little bit. We want to get your comments. Jimmy want to have some type of feedback. So what's your comments on what Jimmy had to say? First off, let's start with Spence and Crawford, man. So from what I'm hearing, this is the hypest fight since Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, from what I'm hearing. So this is just let us know about it. What's your feelings on that?
This one, I think this one is, I'm old school. So this one, to me, this is Hagler Hearns of this generation right here. Or Sugar Ray and Marvin Hagler. This fight right here tomorrow, man, this is it. Both undefeated, both the same age, both champions, undisputed, all the belts on the line. And I watch both fighters. And both fighters, man, they can get down. He's a Spence guy. I'm a Bud Crawford dude. I watched Crawford, man, and Crawford just seemed like he turned into a whole other person. You know, right
He
there
say
in
he
that ring.
flipped the switch. He flipped some kind
Yeah,
of switch, don't he?
yeah, like, man, this dude got an alternate personality. Like, this dude right here. So I expect, man, look, I expect a straight split decision tomorrow. This one should go the distance. I don't see a knockout coming because they both got knockout power. They both can knock people, but I don't see a knockout coming. You know, but I see a split decision, a very close fight. I would have, oh man, I want to say Crawford in a very close fight wins, and it's going to be a rematch. This is going to go to a part 2, you know, so I got to worry about that one. This is definitely going to be a part 2. And as far as the Eddie Ruiz, Deontay Wilder, I kind of agree with Ruiz. I mean, 30, more like I say for that one should be a 60-40 split. You know, instead of 70-30, because Ruiz did beat Joshua. He's a former world champion. Deontay Wilder, he's a former world champion.
Hold on 1 second, Telly. Jimbo.
What up?
Jimboski, we appreciate the boxing social, my boy. We appreciate you calling in. What you got going on today, man?
I appreciate you, homie. You did a great job on the video.
Oh, you know it's all love. I got you live on the show, my boy.
Oh, yeah. That boy, Telly, you ain't gonna skate across this. We need your prediction. Bring it down, homie.
I just gave it.
Yeah.
You say he taking Crawford in a real close decision.
Is it gonna be unanimous? Gonna be split decision?
No, it's a split. It's going to be a split. It's going to be really close. I don't see a knockout coming. If a knockout come, I'll be shocked.
You ain't got nothing, Jimbo.
I ain't hearing. What is that?
He said that it's not gonna be unanimous. It's not gonna be a knockout. But if he sees a knockout, he'll be shocked. But he's taking Crawford all day.
Hey man, Telly can hear me, right?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Yes, I can hear.
All right. So, but I'll call because I'm driving. I can't. So, but listen, Telly, man down. Your boy Crawford, he gonna get put in the dirt. Simple as that. I'm predicting a knockout in 10, 11, or 12, homie. My boy Spence, he gonna put a hurting on Crawford, and they take nothing away from Crawford. He a great freaking fighter, man. He a top dog, but Spence, them Texas boys, they different, bro. They different, boy.
Hey,
You heard it from the chef himself, man.
Yeah, but he also said Wilder was going to be the gypsy king.
So excited for this fight. I can't wait.
He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did say, hey, Telly said that's what you said when you thought Wilder was going to beat the gypsy king, didn't you?
No, I wasn't this excited. No, this fight is different. This Earl Spence. I think Earl Spence is untouchable, homie. I could be wrong though. I did think Wilder was gonna win though. But listen, I feel like I'm invested into this fight. That's how excited I am.
Hey, I hope everybody should be excited.
It's gonna be exciting, man. It's gonna be exciting.
If you're not excited to watch this, man, I don't know. You don't like boxing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop back in the chat.
Hop back in the chat. Hey, we appreciate you calling in, my boy. We appreciate the Boxing Social. Y'all be safe out there and give the family all my love. And we'll see you soon, my boy.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
All right, Telly.
All right. Always love talking boxing with Jimmy.
Yes, man. Yeah, shout out to Chef Jimbo, man, in the Boxing Social. We definitely appreciate that going on. But now that boxing's over, I guess it's time for some real sports. Now let me stop. Let me stop.
Yeah, first of all, we need to change the intro video. I don't want to see LeBron James. I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes. Damn them cats, man.
Listen, that's just a rough draft on the video. Obviously, I got some more plans for it. I just kind of zoomed
Receivers
that
up
up
there,
before we came a
Kobe,
little.
Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan. Anybody but
They ain't
LeBron.
play. They're not playing no more. I had to put some current players on there, man.
Steph Curry, Draymond Green. Hell,
Draymond Green. I don't think Draymond can make the. Nah, let me stop. Draymond might hear this one day. I want to be on your podcast, Draymond.
He hit us like he hit Jordan Poole. Like,
For real, no, real talk. I like Draymond Green. His podcast is off the chain, man. I like Draymond Green. But just a little bit of NBA talk, real quick. We in the off season in the NBA, so it's really not much. But some of the big headliners that I want to kind of talk on a little bit. We all know about Dame Lillard request on the trade out of Portland. He wants to go to Miami. It's about time. It's about time. It's Dame looking at
abuse that poor man.
Yeah, they made Dame turning 33, and it's time to go get a ring. But so he's gone out and said that he wants to go to Miami. However, Miami, why not? I don't blame him. I want to go to South Beach too. I don't blame him. But the trade hasn't happened because Miami doesn't have the right assets to send over to Portland. So I just want to get your thoughts. Portland is asking for a young up and coming star in some first round. I'm mumbling my words. First round draft picks. So they want somebody young coming in. That's not a mistake. They did just draft Scoot Henderson, who is an awesome young star. I think he's the Russell Westbrook 2.0. That's just my prediction for Scoot. But they asking for a very young up and coming star. So if you look at Miami, and this is just the rumor mill of what kind of packages they can throw at Portland. Of course, you're adding Tyler Hero to the mix.
I was going to say that Tyler Hero.
You adding Tyler Hero.
Maybe throw Bam in there.
You can throw Bam in there, but I don't think Miami finna let loose a Bam or Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
They're not gonna let Jimmy loose.
They don't. But them the only two players I can see that's touchable right now. But what's your thoughts on the whole Dame Lillard thing, man? I mean, we in game. I know it's out there right now. What's your thoughts on the whole Dame Lillard asking for a trade, wanting to go to Miami? What's your thoughts?
The man has been loyal to Portland whole career. And they had not got him any help. The most help he got was C.J. McCollum.
McCollum, yeah.
That's it. Then they trade him out of there. And then literally you leave him on the island by himself. The man is 300 every season. 300, where the Spartans win against the Persian. That's what Dame Lillard is. He got to fight on the whole army by himself with no help. And then they still have not made any moves to placate. I mean, Portland, Oregon, don't seem like a bad place to live. It got some appeal. You can pick somebody to come over as Dame Lillard. Him alone can be like, a selling point. They haven't gone out and did anything to help this man. So hell yeah, you're waking up. He's not 23 anymore. He's 33.
Yeah.
Everybody won't be as blessed to play the 38 like LeBron. So
right.
He looking at shit. He might be coming to the end of the road for himself. And he want to at least. I mean, he's experienced the playoffs, but he want to.
You want to compete for a championship. Yeah. You want to compete for a championship. And you can't be mad at that.
Right. I mean, especially since he's been there that long. That long, that loyal. Yeah, it's time for him to go. Now, if they really care about that man, they'll work something out with Miami.
And I think they will work something out. I think initially, you have to pull a third team in for Portland to get exactly what they want. I think they will work it out. It ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Portland did say that they're gonna take their time with it. They do understand where Dame wanna go, but they don't wanna be, which I think is kind of jacked up. Honestly, you figure out how to get Dame somewhere where he can win a championship and compete. But Portland doesn't want to harvest themselves for the near future. They want to bring in players that's going to help them win right away. And obviously, I understand that. However, I think your main point is to get Dame where he wants to go, let him go where he wants to go, and just cut ties with him. No matter whatever you have to trade, because y'all in a rebuilding situation anyway. Especially when he said he wanted to get traded, that's an instant rebuilding situation. Just make sure y'all that man gave y'all so much loyalty. Let him go. Let him get where he needs to go.
Dang, the Bulls got everything you need. The Bulls, I'm just saying, Zach LaVine. You know, we got young up and coming stars. We can package something. I know it's cold. Hey, I can't help it. You can compete for a championship in Chicago, bro.
Listen, I understand your fanism for Chicago, because best believe with me being a Sixer fan, I definitely would love to see him put on a Philadelphia 76er jersey. But we all know where Dame want to go. I think Portland will make that wish happen. I think they will make that wish happen for them. They just want something in return. So that's the thing on Dame Lillard. My second point, Udonis Haslem, man. This man has officially retired. I'm happy for UD. I'm happy for UD, the OG of the Miami Heat, man.
Did that man get drafted in the 80s?
He was holding on for a while.
Man was like, I'm not going. I'm just, he's been a Heat his whole career. And that's amazing. Just his whole
It's amazing, man.
career.
It's amazing. Shout out to UD, man.
Shout out to the Heat. For let that man
shout out to Miami, man. That man is truly the OG down there in Miami, so he's finally retiring, man. And the last, from what I hear, they're gonna bring him in the front office. So dude already got
the right thing to do.
Bring him in the front office. Let him advocate for you or something, because when you say the Miami Heat, you can't forget the name of Udonis Haslem, man. So shout out to UD. And my third thing, man, and Telly, I know you don't too much care for this individual, but it goes beyond sports for me. But let's send out some prayers for the James family, the James family, LeBron James.
Now that's serious. I don't care for him on basketball, but that young man having cardiac arrest, that ain't got nothing to do with basketball, man.
It's way bigger than basketball. I don't care. I don't care about
see that happen to anybody.
Exactly.
Especially
I can care less. I can care less about the MJ conversation and LeBron's that we all seem to have, and the hate we have with the conversation with that GOAT conversation. But that's that man's son. We wish that man.
Man, I know I'd be terrified.
Absolutely, I can only imagine, bro. I can only imagine him getting that phone call, you know what I'm saying? Right. I can only imagine. I couldn't even put that into words.
When I read that cardiac, I'm like, oh my God. He's so young. I'm like, what the world? I mean, I hope it's not something like a genetic defect where it'll stop him from playing ball. I mean,
that's another thing. I pray that it doesn't stop him from being able to play ball, because I know LeBron is one thing before he leaves this league is to play with his son. So I really hope that not even hope. I pray and have a lot of faith that God's going to handle that situation, touch that young man to a speedy recovery. And I love to see LeBron play with Bronny on the court, no matter where they at. So prayers out to the James gang, man, with Bronny, LeBron, Bryce. I forgot the little daughter name. I forgot his wife's name too. But y'all got family talk prayers, man. And Bronny, speedy recovery. I want to see you out there.
Something. I want to see him too. I want to see him.
I want to see him. I want to see him out there in USC. So I definitely want to see him. This might hinder his first season, so he may have to. He may have.
That's fine.
It's just fine. That's fine. Get to you. Take your time. Get back to your peak. Bron ain't going nowhere for a minute. Let me tell you that right now. Bron, the way this man, he ain't going nowhere. He may be. He may be 38.
Follow UD.
He may be 38, but Bron is far from being done of playing the game of
I don't
basketball.
know, man. He
So,
keep getting these little knick-knack injuries now, man, that's keeping him down
well,
for a while. But he's 38.
the wheels,
That's why
the wheels on the bus is starting to slow
the
down a little
tires, man,
bit.
them tires going flat, man. You know that. Maybe we're going to
They
get
starting
out
to
while
slow
he can
down.
still walk. You know, we're going to need a
But
walker. Man, you
but
got to
think
touch
about it.
on, you got to touch
This
on
man,
Jalen
this
Brown.
we're gonna get to him. We're gonna get to him.
Okay, I was just
But
making sure. Back
but
to Brian.
just think about it. This man, 38 years old. He finna be 38 years old, averaging 27, 28 points a
About to
game.
be 39. But that's good. I mean, truly and honestly, this league don't really play defense like they did.
Come on, there. Come on, Taylor.
I'm just saying,
Let's not
in the
do it.
90s, in the 90s, early
Let's not do it.
2000s, they're not really playing defense, so you can be 38 and average 27 points. I mean, Vince Carter, God, when he finally retired, he was still somewhat effective, and he was old. Like,
He was like 40, 41 when he retired.
Vince Carter was drafted with Kobe. And he was like,
Yeah.
Jesus. So he lasted a long time. I mean, I understand the rule changes. You know, these guys are playing longer because of it. You know, that's good. But if he had to play in the 90s, he wouldn't have lasted to 38 because it was like WWE back then. You know, it was clotheslining, power bombing, and you know, but I do say, you know what, for him to be 38 and want to get up every day and go out here and do that, hey man, I like that.
It's a salute, bro, man. It's a salute. So
So
yeah, let's yeah. So let's talk about Brown a little bit. What's your thoughts on that?
Good Lord. They gave him that. When I seen that, I was like, hold on. Let me do the calculations. That man making $60 million a year. I was like, and you ain't even the best player on that team. I can't wait to see what they're going to give Tatum. Because I know his agent sitting there like, yes, we finna go ask for $500 million.
The thing about this, and this, I think the Celtics are gonna get bit in the butt later on down the line, because you're right. Jason Tatum sitting there watching. Okay, that's my dog, but my contract gonna be coming in a couple of years too, and we're gonna see what's up. They ain't gonna be able to keep both of them within the next 2 or 3 years. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, because all those contracts are guaranteed, so no matter what, that man about to be 350. What is it? 350 in the
350 million. Yeah,
man,
yeah. So you'll hear us talking about it on the end game, because Jason Tatum, and of course, this is just my opinion. Of course, I think they keep Tatum over Brown, but in the next 3 or 4 years, mark my word. Actually, the next 2 or 3 years, we ain't even going past 4. Next 2 or 3 years, when Jason Tatum's contract is up and it's time for that extension, they're gonna have to make a decision.
Because if you look at the Celtics, the way they build now, they right there. They have been right there. They've been in the finals and conference finals. Like,
oh, we got Pudge messing up. Well, we'll get Pudge back, but what Pudge was saying is that they are right there, man. That's a championship team. With Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown leading the helm there, I think honestly, it was a big mistake of losing Marcus Smart, but I guess they had to do what they had to do. Marcus Smart was the heart and soul of that team. So I think that was pretty tough, but they bring in Porzingis. So we're gonna see how that rock out. And I still got the Celtics as being one of those top 5 teams in the league next year. They still got a strong defense. They got Rod Williams back there protecting the rim, a big time shot blocker. They did lose Grant Williams, who I think was a huge addition off of the bench. I think he signed with the Mavericks. So they're gonna be right there, man. They're gonna be right there. Couple other things we didn't hit on. It was a Philadelphia 76er situation with James Harden. We'll probably tap on that next time. We ain't got too much more news. It looks like everybody's slowing down as far as trades, talks, and stuff like that. I think it'll pick back up coming around training camp when the league is starting over again. But look like we did lose Pudge. I'm not sure what happened with Pudge. But this is the Endgame Podcast, man. Everybody that tapped in with us, shout out to Chef Jimbo. Cuzzo tapped in with us. I saw a couple other watchers out there. Next time I encourage y'all to jump in through the conversation, man, and let us know what's going on with you. And tap in with us. We're gonna be here on the Endgame Podcast, man. We're gonna shout out the family barbecue. Shout out our family members, Chef Jimbo, Nick the Legend, Telly, Mr. Who Loves Your Baby, Nate the Great, Coach A, Friday Night Lights, Jody Skywalker, and me, myself, B, the CEO. We will be off this Saturday, so y'all won't see our beautiful faces tomorrow morning. We're taking a little break, but we will be back the following week. Then let's shout out the Unhinged Podcast, man. Shout out to Uncle Pudge and Friday Night Lights, Mike, Jody Skywalker. He probably out Friday Night Lighting right now, so be safe out there, my boy. He probably gonna hit the group chat later and let us know he got home safe. But shout out to their podcast. They will not be on this week coming as well. They taking a little break, so we'll see them the following week. Once again, all of our socials, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We're newly on Twitter now. YouTube. Stream us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You know what I'm saying? We love the family. We appreciate all the love and support that everybody's showing the Family Tree Productions and what we're doing, man. And we are a production company that are not only producing podcasts, but production in anything, way, shape, form, or possible. So, signing off today, the premiere of Endgame. We will be back. Don't know if we'll be back next week or the week after, but we will be back. Y'all stay tuned to our socials. Shout out to Mr. Who Loves Your Baby. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I am B, the CEO. Y'all have a wonderful night. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And we will see y'all when Family Talk return in a week. Peace out, y'all. Love.